Despite having a great business idea, most businesses are not successful and fail. According to statistics, 90% of businesses fail during the first 5 years, and only 1 out of 10 businesses from the remaining 10% last past the first 5 years. The reason for their failure is that they don't have a well-elaborated business plan. In fact, knowing how to create a business plan can be tricky and hard. Nevertheless, you are in the right place if you are trying to make a difference by elaborating a successful business plan. Hi, Matrix Moneymaker here. Today's video is about how to write a successful business plan step by step. Make sure to subscribe and watch until the end because every step of this process is crucial. First thing first, what is a business plan? Most people pretend to have a business strategy and elaborate a business plan, but in reality, they don't even know what it is. A business plan is a formal written document containing the goals of a business, the methods for attaining those goals, and the time frame for the achievement of the goals. A business plan can be used for numerous purposes, such as getting a business loan from the bank, raising equity funding, reviewing and analyzing business ideas, noting down agreements and partnerships, setting a value to a business for sale, or even evaluating a new product line. Simply said, a business plan is a detailed and researched document on which you put all your business goals and ideas in order to elaborate a strategy to achieve them. Therefore, it is crucial to have a business plan, and it does not matter how big your business is or in which niche or industry your business is, you need to have a business plan in order to succeed. Now, let us get into how to actually make and write a business plan step by step. Step 1 is to define your vision, to have a long-term goal. Everything starts with an idea and a vision. Therefore, the first step of creating a business plan is to not directly rush into writing it. You need to first have a clear and concise vision of it in your head, and after, you could write down your vision in order to be even more certain about it. The point is, you need to have an end vision, a long-term goal for your business or company. Then, after having a clear vision, you need a business executive summary. Most people often fail to convince investors about the business because they don't have a well-detailed executive summary. It does not matter if you have the best business idea in the world or if you have the smartest team members by your side, you will not succeed with a poorly written executive summary. The most common mistake entrepreneurs make is to write their business summary for themselves, whereas they should write for the readers, which are the investors, because they are the ones who will invest in the company. For this reason, you have to position yourself in their shoes and understand how they think and think from their perspective. Doing this will allow you to know which arguments are most likely to put you in their good grace and influence their decisions. In fact, while writing your summary, be concise and precise, and mention the top 3 selling points of your investment proposition. Moreover, add the capital amount needed and the return projections. This should make your executive summary unique and more attractive for them. A business description. A business description should include your legal structure, which is a government classification that regulates certain aspects of your business. On a federal level, your business legal structure determines your tax burden, whether it is an LLC, corporation, sole proprietorship, or partnership. It is important to choose and mention carefully your legal structure. Your business description should also include the type of business, the location of the business, the products you're selling, and the types of business conducted. A compelling example of this would be a company like Gymshark, which sells its own fitness wear, located in England, and people purchase their products via internet sales through an online store, and they get the product delivered via mail. The point is, you need to let them know that you are in control of everything and that you are trustworthy. Furthermore, when it is about the customers, before launching your service or products, you need to know them, and to get inside their heads, you have to understand what they desire and offer something they cannot refuse. The next step is an operational plan. After having your business description and knowing exactly what you want to achieve, you need to elaborate a strategy to build your company and make your business come to life. A business operational plan is necessary for every entrepreneur who wants to succeed, and it is mandatory in every type of business. In your operational plan, you need to include your cash flow predictions, also known as cash flow forecast, in order to project the cash position of the company in the future. You need to establish a budget and have a profit plan for the potential developments which are going to happen in your company in the future. Moreover, you need to include weekly and monthly reviews to always keep on track with your objectives, and also everything that is connected to the staff structure and management, such as strategic team, management meeting, and the different hiring procedures. Overall, the operational plan measures the performance against particular standard costs, operation, and service. That is why it is a very important step. The next step is organization and management, which is another important step to make a successful business plan in the organization and management. Now, this can be tricky because we just went over the operation plan, and this normally should be included inside. However, this step includes more important things such as determining the ownership, who is part of the management team, and the board members. In addition, you would like to explain why each member of the board has been chosen and why they are valuable to the company. Therefore, for every person in charge of a sector in the company, you must delineate their position, their role, their responsibilities, their skills, and the persons of whom they are in charge. So, you should be able to have good details on the functioning of your company. Marketing and sales strategy of business plan. The marketing and sales strategy consists of understanding the types of clients that you are targeting. In fact, many businesses fail because they do not target a specific audience. And even though they do target the right audience, they often do not know how to approach those clients. See, how will you be able to make profit if you're not even able to sell your products to your audience? Therefore, you must understand your demographic, how your clients think, and how they behave to develop a proper strategy that will work. For instance, if you're in a gym, your purpose would be to target those who are seeking self-improvement as well as those who want a great body shape. On the other hand, if you are a real estate agent, you will target persons who are searching for houses to buy or to rent, and you would focus on areas where selling and buying homes are active, not on people who are seeking a great body shape like for the gym business. So, the first thing to include in your marketing and sales strategy is to write your goals and milestones per month and per year. The second thing is to define your target customer profile as well as the forms of communication that you will use to attract them. Facebook and other social media campaigns, radio, or giant screens and posters. You have to know which one would be more effective depending on the customers you are targeting. The third thing is to have success-oriented revenue, which means that your revenues need to be gained as your customers become happier and you receive good feedback. Last but not least, you need a developed action plan to implement all the analysis that you collected in order to progress even further in your business. Next is competitive analysis. The best thing to do as a fledgling company is to analyze your competition and try to improve. First of all, categorize your competitors and analyze the best in your market. Then, analyze how they promote their products or services. Analyze their marketing and promotional strategy. Since you mainly have the same audience, This will help you to know the strategies that do not work and the strategies that will work. After all, you would also need to analyze the product and their services in order to propose something better. Things to analyze are product features as well as product values. Finally, after analyzing all these aspects of your competition, you need to spot their vulnerable aspects and improve and target at that spot to steal their customers in order to grow your company successfully. You will therefore need to define their weaknesses and their strengths. Unique selling proposition. The next step of your business plan is to sell something unique. After analyzing the competitors and taking notes of their weaknesses, what are your unique selling options? What differentiates you from them? What would make a customer decide between purchasing your products or services instead of theirs? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. You need to propose extra features and value that will put you ahead of your competition. Things like faster shipping or even better customer service can make a big difference and put you on top of the market. Having a financial plan. The last thing that you need to complete your business plan is to have a financial plan. The amount of money or funds needed to begin your business and to start being profitable. This is also a big mistake that people make. They often rush into trying new business opportunities without taking in consideration the money needed to fund the company. And if you're not able to fund the company by yourself, who will sponsor you? In order to determine the amount of funds needed, owners should make an expense sheet detailing every expense the business would have. Such expenses include one-time fees, rents, product testing, or even subscriptions. Overall, having a business plan is a must-do if you want to succeed in entrepreneurship. However, most people miss this part and fail. Don't be like them and make the change. Subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss more videos about how to make money, personal finance, investing, and much more. If you want to double your income, check out the latest video about the Rule of 72. Take care.